So why did you come here today? Oh, okay, so you're having some troubles in your relationship. Okay, really, really interesting. Yes, I'm hearing you. So you're saying that he doesn't hear you, right? Okay, and you tried everything, right? And so, looking at my notes, it seems like the last time you came, you also said the same thing. Okay, so you said you thought he changed a little bit. I see, I see. I see. Yes. Um, uh, I understand. I know you think that he's gonna change. Yeah, yeah. I understand. Yeah, I understand. I do have a question for you. Since the last time you guys have spoken and he hasn't changed, are you still willing to deal with it for hopes of potential? I'm listening. I'm listening, yeah. You guys have been on a cycle for like quite some time now. Yeah. I feel like physically you're going down. Spiritually you're going down. Mentally you're going down. Yeah. But you keep trying, right? I understand. I do. I do. I understand. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do some exercises, okay? Grab your notebook. And for the exercises that we're gonna do, I need you to list a diaphragm, okay? And you're gonna have one circle connecting to that circle, another circle, okay? One of them is gonna be pros, one of them are gonna be cons, and one of them is gonna be what you can handle out of those pros and cons in the middle, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. So I'll give you time to write that down, okay? Of what your pros and what your cons are, and what you can handle out of your pros and your cons, okay? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a notebook. Was that a good second? Okay. cons do you have? Uh, oh, you're still stuck in the middle. Okay. All right. I'll give you some extra time. You ready? Okay. So you have your pros on one side and you have your cons on the other. Now in the middle where they meet, right? You have the things that you can deal with out of those pros and out of those cons, right? So now ask yourself that question. Is it worth it? Yeah, I know. He changes every single time. But I have a question. Are you adding those cons that you don't like, that you didn't want to settle for? Are you now making a hole for it so that it can be in the middle? Do you find yourself having things from your pros and your cons and mixing them in the middle? Because if you are, you're moving backwards. You know, in our last session, you said that you didn't want to settle for anything and that your cons was a deal breaker. But now you're starting to say that your cons and pros are mixing. That is something we might have to look at a little bit more in detail. Let's go back. I looked up our last session notes and we talked about your childhood, right? And how, sometimes this can all go into play with how you were treated when you were younger, right? Yeah. And sometimes you were mistreated when you were younger. You wasn't maybe loved how you needed to be, right? Yeah, I remember writing that down when you said it. But, as we grow older, I think realizing that those moments define us help us to break free of it in the future. Right, right. Yeah. Self-discovery, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. Yeah, yeah. And I know we're wrapping up in our session, but maybe next time we'll be able to get a little bit deeper into that of childhood. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some homework, okay? I want you to write down 5 places in your childhood where you felt safe and 5 places in your childhood where you didn't. And if you can't really find it in like one setting, just think about it constantly and have your mind kind of set up on it and see what just comes out.